luck to our upcoming contestants. Let's find out who they are with Josh Jenkins.
Thanks, Ed. Yes, I'll tell you what, excitement is building in the room. Some very good celebrations after race number 4 as well. Now, race 5, Emma takes on Kira. Now, firstly, girls, Emma, are you nervous? How are you feeling?
I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm excited. I think this is the best race of the night. It's very competitive.
Well, hello. Sounds like you've done a bit of form. You know what you're talking about?
I've had a little look.
You've had a little look, Kira. You've made the big trek from Geelong. How long did it take you to get here, first of all?
3 hours, I think, actually.
I hope it's
A bit of traffic.
I hope it's worth the wait. But how's the dog groom? Must be busy, the dog grooming, because
You actually, I messaged you and you never responded.
it's not how I see it. Let's get stuck in. Let's get stuck straight in. Paper, scissors, rock. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, bang. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, hello. It was concealed, that one. Emma, who are you going to go with?
I'm going with Twin Perfection.
There we go. Twin Perfection. I like it. That would have been your Omen selection, would it? Okay, well, you've got to settle for second best. Who are you going to go with?
Cause for concern.
Cause for concern. Emergency.
Proprietary.
Proprietary. And your emergency, Kira?
Manhattan Thunder.
Manhattan Thunder. You know, Kira, that so far we've had 4 races. The person selecting first is yet to win.
It's really making me nervous.
Were you aware of that?
I was aware of that coming in.
Let's just hope that it's
5 from 5.
good. Yeah.
All right, race number 5. The girls are ready. Let's go.
You can feel the tension from here in the studio. Now, they were 2 horses you liked. If you were playing this game, which one would you have made your pick there?
I would have struggled. I almost can't split them. I've backed them both to win the same amount. I think it's hard. You can't do it at the current prices. It was easy to do early. But I can understand Twin Perfection because it's had the more runs under the belt, proven at Pakenham, couldn't knock it, couldn't knock Cause for Concern. That would have been, if one went, I would have gone the other. And Manhattan Thunder and Proprietary look the 2 that you would have chosen for your backup. So I'm on board with the 2 girls. I like their strategies, and I think they're, it might just come down to who gets the better run in the race here.
So Emma's with Twin Perfection on top. There's her pick for the race. Sounds like she knows what she's talking about too. Best race for the night, in her opinion. I reckon she's done her form properly here.
Yeah, I remember Emma from when it might have been Benny Spall hosting that night. She definitely knew her form and was discussing a bit of form pre and post race. So, formidable foe with her racing knowledge.
Let's find out how it stacks up from a market point of view here for this 5th race. The Emma takes on Kira, Class 1 handicap, back to 1,200 metres for the 5th. Twin Perfection is now the favourite at $3, ahead of Cause for Concern, $4.80 to $3.70. Proprietary, $3.90 out to $6 then for Manhattan Thunder, with the Sadler stable chasing a double. Then penciled at $12, $13 for the Waterman. Do I? $19 out to $26, and Oakley, who's caused a surprise recently, getting out to $31, but was at $35 before. Let's have a look at some replays then to help us find the winner. We're going to have a look at Twin Perfection, Emma's top pick for the race. Horse you were keen on, Gary Lowe rides, and he's 3rd up this evening.
Yeah, so first up he was really good. This is his second up effort where he was just held up badly on the turn. There's the winner, Eagle Hawk Star, down the outside, building all momentum while he was being held up. That camera view is a little misleading as to how much ground he had to make up on Eagle Hawk Star, and he really charges late, was the strongest late in the race, to just miss. He showed first up he's capable of settling closer to the speed. He's not by any stretch an on-pace horse, but I think he can be closer if he jumps well tonight.
Cause for Concern hasn't been with Sean Mathrick for too long. This was the first up run. He didn't have much luck.
No, and first up from a spell, back in the field at Warwick-Nabil, stayed inside, which is a good thing to do because it's a very tight turn, but in behind them, a little all over the shop. I don't think is a horse suited on a tight track, and really gets going once he gets out into the clear in the last 50 metres and was good through the line. Senior goes on, bigger track, fitter for that run, and a stable where I think sometimes where there's smoke, there's fire. 5 into 370 now in the last couple of hours is a great sign.
So we've seen Emma's pick and we've seen Kira's pick. Let's have a look at all of them in the yard.
This mounting yard is brought to you by Swettenham Studs Persons de Lune, the proven grade that will get you results on the big day.
5th race of the night, coming up in 10 minutes' time. Let's start it off with the one, Cause for Concern, second up this evening.
Yeah, we had a look at the replay there in the previous effort. It was, it was quite a good performance at Warwick. Strong late and through the line after missing the start there. I think it's going to be far better suited second up at Pakenham on the bigger track. Fitter for that run. Senior jockey going on. The form last preparation, a dominant win over King Neptune on debut, and then a good effort behind a pretty handy horse in Midtown Boss at Sandown at his second start. That's strong form for this. Really well backed late, I think, is one of the two key chances in the race.
Two is Manhattan Thunder, who's got form behind handy horses like Little Miss Kirby and Squad, but what about last time?
I don't know what happened last time. Maybe it was 1400. Seemed to have absolutely every chance off a really slowly run race over 1400 metres and was just disappointing the last 200. Maybe he's just simply a sprinter and back to 1200's the key. Ignore that last run and he looks right among the better hopes in the race. Thought perhaps from the wider draw tonight he might have to go back like he did 2 starts ago. From what he showed earlier in his career, it wouldn't surprise at all to see him win, but the last run I would have liked to have seen a bit more. I know it was 1400, but they went really slowly.
Over to the 3 pencilled. First of 3 rides here tonight for Brad Ravilla, who was also in action at Kyneton today.
Yeah, resuming from a long spell, having had 2 recent jump outs. The latest jump out was fair, but given the long break, I suspect he's probably going to improve having had the run under the belt.
The 4 is Proprietary from the Greg Urell stable, and he's resuming this evening.
Yeah, and a good sign for Proprietary is despite significant early support for Twin Perfection and really strong late support for Cause for Concern, he's holding his price and, if anything, firming in slightly himself. So some of the others must be getting right out, or this market percentage needs to come down a bit. He was a debut winner from the front at Mornington and then not disgraced at all at his second start behind Shuffle Dancer. He's had 2 recent jump outs, well beaten second in the latest over 990 metres on the synthetic track. The little query for me is he going to be better suited over further. His big advantage over the 2 that have been well backed is he might be the leader and they might be behind him in the run.
5 is the Waterman, having his first start for Pat Carey. He's been gelded recently, and of course sports the famous Mackay Diva colours.
Yeah, the gelding notification coming through at 5 p.m. today is not ideal. So anyway, we know that now, so it's better than finding it out 5 minutes before the race, I suppose. Resumes from a long spell due to a paddock accident. It's had 2 recent jump outs. Was ridden along to finish second behind Spirit Maker in the latest. Showed plenty of talent on debut, beating multiple subsequent winners. Just after the long break, it's whether he needs the run is my query.
Twin Perfection, popular horse lining up here, the 6. Didn't have much luck as we saw last time.
No, he was arguably unlucky not to win last start after being held up on the turn. The winner had full momentum and took advantage of it while he was being held up, and then he was really strong late. Started 250 there, and that was on the basis of a strong first up run where he split the stablemate +4s, who was heavily backed, and also Silver Up, who subsequently came out and won its next race. Third up, home track, looks ready to win.
Let's have a look at the 7. This is Do I, who raced at the Bull during the carnival there, finished midfield.
Yeah, he was in the market on the back of a dominant maiden win 2 starts ago in fast time on heavy ground at Ararat. Missed the start at Warrnambool, was only fair, I thought, there. Probably wanted the track to be a bit softer tonight to advantage him and maybe disadvantage a few of his rivals. From the inside draw, with his habit of beginning slowly too, he might need a little bit of luck.
8 is out. 9 is triumphantly from the Saab Hassan stable. Resuming has had a jump out and a trial leading into this.
Yeah, has, and was third under light riding in that trial. I thought trialled quite well. Has shown plenty of speed previously, and looking at his previous form, you would think might be a horse that would be in the first couple. Interestingly enough, there was a change of tactics before a spell where they would like to see him ridden back with cover, and it didn't eventuate. There was no speed. He got keen and they eventually let him stride forward. I wonder tonight, first up, sprint trip, whether they just try and ride him in behind a couple and teach him something.
And let's have a look at the 10. This is Oakley. Can he spring another surprise?
Well, maybe. He ran up to a really impressive jump out. It's interesting. He had so many convictions because he'd had so many starts without doing anything that you got a price first up, but if he had been a debutant, he jumped out so well, he would have got prone around close to favourite. It was a moderate 4-year-old plus maiden, and the time wasn't exactly strong. This is a much stronger race, so I think he'll probably have to improve again, but he might, because he was only first up off that jump out and might have further fitness improvement to come.
So you came here tonight liking both Twin Perfection and Cause for Concern in the race. What's the overall top 4?
Yeah, they're the 2 I want to be with. No particular order for me. it's, you know, you're getting $4.60 and $5 early. It's you probably can't back both of them now, given how short they are relative to their early prices. Manhattan Thunder, if he could find his best, it'd be a chance. And Proprietary's got potentially a tactical advantage over all three of those that I've got ahead of him in my numbers. So if he leads throughout, I'll look pretty silly, which is a big chance. The stable's not one you want to go against too all that often. They're an elite camp, the Greg Urell stable, and he'll make his own luck on speed. My little query with him is, does he want further? But he has a great racing pattern.
1, 6, 2 and 4 for Benasgari. Let's have a look. Terry's picks. He made a strong case earlier tonight for cause for concern. That's the on-top selection. Ahead of Proprietary, Twin Perfection and Manhattan Thunder. So same top four for Terry, just in a different order. Twin Perfection, 320, tightening up to 290, 480 into 360 for cause for concern, who did touch 350. 4 out to 420 now for Proprietary. Manhattan Thunder, 650 to 550, latent betting, 9 out to 16 now for Penciled. The Watermans at $20, 31 do I triumphantly. 41 as we find out more about Proprietary with trainer Greg Urell.
Greg, Proprietary resuming today. What did you make of his first racing preparation performances?
Oh, look, I thought he did a good job to crack his maiden, probably second up at the Valley. He's still a little bit new, did a couple of things wrong. But I like the way he hit the line late, and you know, he's just still got a bit to learn, this bloke, but I think he's a horse with plenty of ability.
And how's he returned for you? How's his jump outs been?
Been pretty good. I've been pretty happy with where he's at. He's in very, very good order. He's a horse he's a confidence horse, and if he gets cluttered up, he's not as confident. So, you know, ideally he bounces clean, gets into good forward position. As long as he's got a little bit of room, he'll be competitive.
Okay, with that in mind, from barrier 6, we're going to try and roll forward?
We will, yeah, absolutely.
And do you anticipate that he's fit and ready to go at the 1200 here tonight?
I think he is, yeah. No, we've done plenty with him at home, and I think he's ready to go.
And we've got Invia, last start winner in race 6. What can you tell us about that runner?
Yeah, look, she did a super job first up for such a long break, and, you know, she's benefited from that run. You know, probably topped the fitness levels up a little bit. Probably surprised us on the heavy track. You know, I thought we'd have to give it a go, but, you know, previous to that, she hadn't been that sort of competitive on the sort of softer tracks, but she was very, very good at Cranbourne. So, but look, she's in good order, and as I say, she strips a bit fitter, so I think she'll be competitive again.
Thanks for your time, Greg, and best of luck with both of them.
Thank you very much.
Thanks to Greg Urell there. This is the 5th then. It's for the girls as far as the sports bet Take Us On is concerned. It's Emma taking on Kira, and they are behind the start. Let's get the selections here. Emma Watson, one for the Harry Potter fans, as we might have remarked a few weeks ago. She's with Twin Perfection with that top pick that she got. Can she break that hoodoo? Kira is with Cause for Concern as her pick for the race. So it's Twin Perfection versus Cause for Concern. Money continues to come for Twin Perfection. Got to 270, just easing off slightly, cooling, if you like, been out to 280 now.
Yeah, it has certainly been the best back runner right throughout betting. Been a good go for Cause for Concern throughout today. 5 into 360, just getting slightly out late in betting with Proprietary was the easer. There was some relenting in the market after it had been rock solid throughout the day. Got out to 440, but now firming back up to $4 later. Looks the potential leader. Despite all the money for those top three, Manhattan Thunder's been pretty steady. Given that something's got to give in the market, and it's been penciled. Significant drifter, single figures out to $15. The Waterman, you know, early betting, what were you looking at for him? Around a $12 chance, now getting out to as much as $31. Do-I's been easy. Triumphantly and Oakley have been very easy, with so much money on the first 4 in the market, either holding steady or firming in. The rest of them are basically, you know, write your own ticket. So basically the market's saying that there's 4 in this with a chance. Exactly, yeah, spot on. And speed-wise, I think is what's keeping, despite the fact that Proprietary's first up and maybe even better suited over further, his map and the ability to roll forward and looks as though he might be the one controlling the race is probably the reason why he's been staying so rock solid in the betting. Twin Perfection is the horse that would not surprise at all, and also Cause for Concern. The other two that have been well backed. They've got a bit of a habit of beginning slowly, particularly Cause for Concern, but if they are to jump with the field, I think both of them, their jockeys would be well aware to have them much closer in running tonight.
In the final 60 seconds then before they're due to jump for this race, they'll be moving in soon. Terry, as I come over to you, you were pretty keen on Cause for Concern earlier on. Do you still have those same confidence levels?
Absolutely, but I'm like Ben, I want him to jump. I think he's a pretty good horse, this bloke, for this grade, so we'll find out shortly. This is a good race. Manhattan Thunder's capable. Proprietary, a big chance. Twin Perfection, if he goes back, he'd be giving the other bloke a start, and that could be a little concern, but he's flying this prep. Now, Do I moves in, and we're pretty close to a jump. Cause for Concern, Noonan in the saddle. Triumphantly moves in. Twin Perfection, Oakley to move up with the Waterman, and also Manhattan Thunder. So all three majors, in fact, all four majors have at some stage been very firm, and then they've got out a little bit before firming in yet again. One of the races of the night. Manhattan Thunder comes to the back of the machine, and they're just about ready to run. Starters up. Lights on. Racing, Cause for Concern stood there and missed the kick by a length. Twin Perfection flew the lids with the Waterman penciled, and Going Fast I Do, and out deep on the track, making up ground Proprietary. Cause for Concern picking up on the inside of Oakley, triumphantly going past those, and then came Manhattan Thunder off the back. Twin Perfection with that great start leads the way from the Waterman. Proprietary moves up outside of it. Do I a length away, then penciled, making ground triumphantly. Oakley, Cause for Concern's got a big task in front of him, and so too is Manhattan Thunder, although he's got clearer running. They come to the bend. Twin Perfection doing it well too in front of Proprietary. The Waterman, Do I triumphantly. Pencil, then came Oakley. Further back in the field, Cause for Concern, and Manhattan Thunder brought to the outside there, homeward bound. Twin Perfection in front, led by 2 lengths. Under pressure, the Waterman. Wider out, Do I. Manhattan Thunder running on from Penciled. The leader is Twin Perfection. Manhattan Thunder's coming down the outside strongly. Twin Perfection in front of Manhattan Thunder. Manhattan Thunder can't get to Twin Perfection. He had it too good in front, and Twin Perfection goes on to win from Manhattan Thunder second in front of Penciled Oakley. Cause for Concern bombed the start. That was the end of him. Then came Do I. Well back the Waterman. Proprietary dropped out and triumphantly was last in.
The hoodoo is over. And Emma Watson gets Twin Perfection home. In the Emma Takes on Kira Class of 1, Twin Perfection looked under threat from Manhattan Thunder at one point, but has been able to keep on kicking under Gary Lowe.
Yeah, nice ride from Gary Lowe. We spoke about a pre-race that he would be mindful to try and get this horse out of the gates and have it a little closer. I'd be really forgiving of Cause for Concern there. The other horse for the Sportsbet Take Us On punter had no luck at all. Yeah, you make your own bed when you keep getting out of the gates slowly, and Twin Perfection missed it last time out at Cranbourne, but to his credit tonight, he was able to get out a lot better, and Gary Lowe just took bad luck out of the equation. Hard fit, third up, home track, went to the front. And what I liked about the performance is when Manhattan Thunder came from off the speed and challenged him, he was really tough and able to tough it out to the line. Maybe it was a case of Manhattan Thunder had too much to do to get into the race. Maybe it's a case of Twin Perfection wanted to attack the line a little stronger than what Manhattan Thunder did. You can see with the head on there, Cause for Concern hasn't had a lot of luck. He's under light riding over the concluding stages and has gone to the line pretty strongly. So Twin Perfection a deserved win. I think the one we can forgive out of the race was Cause for Concern.
She said she was nervous. I think she's still got heart palpitations there, Emma. She was riding that horse home probably greater than Gary Lowe was, Twin Perfection. Kira might go into that lucky loser finale, hopefully for her. Let's go over to you, though, Gemma, with a winning representative.
Well, he's been knocking on the door with the 2 seconds this prep. You must be happy to get the win.
Yeah, no, it's been going really good this prep. So obviously, a bit big first up and no luck last start, but good to see him do the job tonight, and for Mark and the Regal boys, and no, he's doing a good job.
Got a couple of horses for the Regal boys. How many in the stable?
I would have half a dozen at least, probably a bit more now, but yeah, they've been good supporters of ours, and yeah, some nice horses there anyway.
This horse has come back exceptionally well this prep now. There's 3 starts for the 2 seconds and the win. What sort of improvement have you noticed at home in him?
No, he's just been coming along naturally. You know, he's pretty big sort of horse, never misses a feed. So, yeah, with more racing, he keeps improving fitness-wise and proved in the result tonight.
It must be great for the apprentice Gary Lowe as well. Does he do a lot of work on him?
Yeah, and thought he summed that up really well. We said either outside the leader or leading if there was no speed in it. And, yeah, he summed it up really well. He's riding well, Gary, putting in the hard yards, so good to see him do the job.
Yeah, he's done an excellent job. Well done here.
Thank you.
Stokes camp there. Twin Perfection home ahead of Penciled. Manhattan Thunder finishing third. So 6-3, 2 and 10. It's building a pretty good, consistent record, this horse, the winner.
Yeah, certainly is, and it has come back better this preparation. So the maiden last campaign, I don't think were overly strong, but was ahead of Silver up, a subsequent winner in a decent race first up, luckless second up, gets the win third up, goes forward on the home track.
Gary Lowe didn't have much luck on this horse last time out. Luck was on his side tonight, though.
Oh, well done, Gary. Shay was singing all your praises and said that you made all the right decisions tonight. Talk us through the race.
So the plan, we was going to sit outside later or further back, but when he jumped that crack, I just used his natural speed, so just track to the front and just try to control the pace, and he was shown through to the line.
Yeah, he was excellent. And you've ridden him every start this prep, so I guess you knew how fit he was.
Yeah, he probably should have won last start. He was a bit unlucky. I was boxing at Crampton and got out for late, so today he deserved the win.
And your apprentice to Stokes, have you been doing the work on him at home? Did you think he was ready to win?
I actually didn't ridden him the last 3 weeks, so but the team done a good job with him. But good to get a win on him.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well done to former Hong Kong apprentice Gary Lowe, taking luck out of the equation really with Twin Perfection. You can see the third place getter Manhattan Thunder at the rear of the field. Penciled midfield was making up ground towards the inside part of the track.
Yeah, I thought it was quite an encouraging return from Penciled. I don't know where to for Manhattan Thunder. I think probably what we learnt is he is better suited staying to sprint distances. And yes, he had a bit of chasing to do, but maybe I'm being harsh. I thought he was going to really give the winner something to think about at the 200 metre mark. He looked to be finishing all over the top of him, but last 150, he's did he end up even going second?
Third.
Third in the
Which
end.
I thought, watching that, it's obviously a deceptive angle because I thought he did run second, Manhattan.
Yeah, the other horse had his head down on the line, Penciled, but cause for concern there we could see had no luck at all. Certainly one that I'd be forgiving, and I'll be happy to follow. If we can find another benchmark 64 next time out, cause for concern, he's a horse I'd be happy to follow.
He's certainly got his hood off on the till. He hasn't had much luck in his last couple of starts. We're going to take a break. On the other side of this, we'll catch up with the victorious Emma Watson.